Zeno of Citium stood on the deck of a merchant vessel, inhaling the briny air of the Mediterranean. His family's fortune had been built on trade, and now, as a wealthy young merchant, he sought to expand it. The ship's hold was laden with precious dyes and exotic wares bound for Athens. But fate, indifferent to human ambition, had other plans. A violent storm erupted without warning. The once tranquil sea roared to life, waves pounding against the wooden hull with unrelenting force. Sailors shouted, scrambling to keep the vessel afloat, but the storm was merciless. With a sickening crack, the ship's mast snapped. Zeno was thrown into the raging waters. When he awoke, he was on the shore, drenched and shivering. His ship and all its cargo were gone, claimed by the sea. The wealth his family had spent generations accumulating had vanished overnight. He was stranded, penniless, in a foreign land. Instead of succumbing to despair, Zeno wandered into Athens, searching for answers. There, he found a bookseller's shop and idly picked up a copy of Xenophon's Memorabilia, which recounted the wisdom of Socrates. Intrigued, he asked the bookseller where such men could be found. The bookseller pointed toward a man walking nearby, Crates of Thebes, the famed cynic philosopher. Crates was everything Zeno was not, unkempt, impoverished, and utterly indifferent to wealth or social standing. Yet there was a confidence in his demeanor, a kind of freedom Zeno had never encountered. Desperate for direction, Zeno became his student. Crates' teachings were harsh. He forced Zeno to discard his attachment to material wealth, sometimes humiliating him in public to break his concern for reputation. But Zeno endured. Over time, he absorbed the lessons of the cynics, learning that virtue, not wealth, was the key to a good life. However, he felt there was something missing in their philosophy, a balance between complete detachment and practical wisdom. For years, Zeno studied under the great philosophers of Athens, blending Socratic reasoning with cynic resilience. He synthesized these ideas into a new school of thought, one that embraced rationality, self-control, and the acceptance of fate. Standing in the painted Stoa Poikile, he began to teach his followers that true happiness lay in living in accordance with nature and virtue, unshaken by external misfortune. What had begun as tragedy had become transformation. If not for the storm that destroyed his wealth, Zeno might never have sought wisdom. His misfortune became the foundation of Stoicism, a philosophy that would guide emperors and slaves alike for centuries to come. Thus the man who had lost everything became the man who needed nothing,